aggressive Minnesota Twins looking to bolster roster further after acquiring Dean Kremer. The Athletic has live coverage of the 2026 MLB Trade Deadline. Seattle, the Minnesota Twins have made 2 trades in 2 days. Less than 24 hours after completing a deal for a relief pitcher, the Twins acquired much-needed starting depth on Friday night by trading a rookie league outfielder for Baltimore Orioles starting pitcher Dean Kremer. Advertisement Though Kremer is struggling this season, he's 1-4 with a 6.5 ERA in 36 innings. He provides the Twins with an experienced major league starter for the stretch run.
Tired of constantly refilling your pet's water bowl? This filtered fountain keeps water circulating and offers a generous capacity, giving cats and small dogs convenient access to flowing water. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/5 right now.
The Twins, who moved back above .500 Friday night with a 5-3 comeback victory over the Seattle Mariners, previously acquired lefty reliever A.J. Minter from the New York Mets for 2 prospects on Thursday night to bolster the bullpen. In making the deals, the Twins uncharacteristically took on payroll, paying the entirety of the roughly $5 million combined owed to Minter and Kremer. Though they've already been one of the more active teams at the deadline, the Twins next want to add a right-handed, late-inning reliever before Monday's trade deadline, a Twins source said, speaking on condition of anonymity to discuss the team's thinking. The source said Twins chairman Tom Pohlad has authorized General Manager Jeremy Zoll to add even more payroll if necessary. Those actions would fall in line with what Pohlad said on July 10 about being aggressive. Whether it's bolstering the roster with trade deadline acquisitions or increasing future payrolls, Pohlad is trying to win back the trust of a clubhouse disappointed by 2 straight rotten deadlines, as well as the favor of a disinterested fan base with aggressive moves that don't align with what the Twins have done historically. We've got to be willing to make investments and make bold moves that allow us to be successful in the playoffs, Pohlad said, and I think the difference between where we've been and where we're going. This is a build and they will come situation. The fans are not going to come back based on words. They're going to come back once they see investment in the team and success on the field. I know that. Though adding Kremer isn't sexy, it's an addition the Twins desperately need as they attempt to curtail the workload of rookie hurler Connor Prielipp. Prielipp already has completed 91 innings between the majors and Triple-A after pitching a combined 112-2-3 across the first 4 seasons of his career. Advertisement, the moves came less than 24 hours after the Twins bolstered the bullpen by trading for Minter, a steady lefty who should help mitigate the loss of Anthony Banda, who underwent season-ending surgery after tearing his lat muscle on June 28. Twins players were excited before Friday's game about the addition of Minter, who's expected to join the team on Saturday. Royce Lewis said the team's players shared a viral meme featuring Minter from his college days at Texas A&M on their text thread. "It's obviously exciting to see, especially this early in the deadline," Lewis said. "You don't have to wait until the last second. I remember Tom Pohlad making a quote about that. Why do people have to wait? Go get the guy. I thought that was cool." While winning back the fans will be a far more considerable challenge, Pohlad has already made big gains inside the Twins clubhouse since taking over as ownership's newest point man in mid-December. Whether it was flying to Georgia to meet with Byron Buxton or a California rendezvous with Joe Ryan in the offseason, Pohlad wanted to rebuild the trust he believed the ownership group lost with its players after making what he described as a series of missteps dating back to November 2023. Only a month after the Twins won their first playoff series in 21 years in October 2023, the team's front office signaled it would cut payroll by $30 million. Then the team didn't make any serious additions at the 2024 deadline, even though the Twins were contending for a wild-card spot, a decision that backfired when a club that was 70-53 collapsed, losing 29 of 41 games and missing the playoffs. "I would say it was disappointing for the clubhouse," starting pitcher Bailey Ober said. Obviously, we were happy we got Trevor Richards. But as a whole, I think we were expecting a little more players in return to help bolster the team. Advertisement Lewis remembers noticing the disappointment felt by veterans like Buxton and Carlos Correa and being impressed with how professionally they handled it. It definitely hurt seeing guys like Carlos and some of those other leaders, Buck, kind of upset, bummed out, and frustrated, Lewis said. Obviously, they're so professional, but you could see the letdown in New York. Then came one of the darkest weeks in franchise history at last year's trade deadline. Over the course of 4 days, the Twins traded 10 players off their Major League roster, including the entire back end of their bullpen. Though Buxton downplayed his disappointment about the 24 deadline, he knew exactly where he was, New York, when the team's only addition was veteran reliever Trevor Richards, who was designated for assignment AUG. Still, Buxton has been a believer in Pohlad from early on. It's one of the reasons why, as the trade rumors began to fly in early June, Buxton indicated he would use his no-trade clause to stay with the Twins unless Pohlad's plans changed. He's doing what he said he was going to do, so to us, it ain't really a surprise, Buxton said. It's good to see the position that we're in. The Twins would love to enhance their position by further bolstering the bullpen, saying the team's direction is clear. Zal said Tuesday the Twins would be buyers at the deadline with a priority on improving the bullpen. After acquiring Minter, who should become the team's top lefty option, the focus is now on adding a quality right-handed reliever. Even though the Twins already completed a deal with the Mets, they could turn to David Stearns and the Mets once again to add a right-hander to pair with Yondrys Gomez, Andrew Morris, and Tommy Nance, who was acquired from Toronto for a prospect on July 10. Advertisement, a team source, indicated earlier in the week that the Twins reached out to the Mets and other teams who were expected to be busy ahead of Monday's deadline to work on potential trade concepts. A lesson learned a year earlier when the Twins completed 8 trades over 4 days. As they look to add on more, the Twins potentially could look to target veterans Jeff Hoffman, Riley O'Brien, Luke Weaver, Huascar Brazoban, Jeremiah Estrada, and former Twin Emilio Pagan. I think you get very optimistic, Twins manager Derek Shelton said on Friday afternoon. I love the fact that we were aggressive. We found ourselves in a situation with a deal we liked. We'll see how the next couple days shake out.